Okay. So let's do the introduction on snakehead.
Do we have to write any of these down?
You all can like take down notes if you all want, but it's not compulsory.
Okay, Mali. Snakeheads are a type of fish that can breathe air. Okay, someone said that they live in countries like China and Siberia. They live in all South Asian, mostly in South Asian countries.
You're not clear.
Oh, you can't hear?
I can hear, but you're not clear.
Okay, Mali. Like, is it okay now?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so snakeheads are a type of air-breathing fish in the group Channae. There's two types of snakeheads, Channa and Parachanna. Parachanna are found in Africa and Channa are found in Asia. The main snakehead type is Channa, which in this picture you can see what's called Behari snakehead. These can be found in India, and there was a time that they were there in Sri Lanka, but they are not there anymore. Snakeheads are highly predatory fish that are often mistaken as man-eaters. The only time a snakehead killed a man is because a person speared a snakehead that was guarding its like eggs in a like cave, and the person.
Yeah, is the bite poisonous?
What?
Is the bite poisonous?
No, Mali, no. Their bite is not poisonous, but it can break off an arm if they won't bite if you don't provoke them.
Okay, Aya.
Snakehead, because like you can see the head and it looks like a snake, right? That's it, Mali. That's the only characteristics of a snake that they have. They have nothing else. They have
Only
no
the
tongue,
top bit of the body looks like the snake.
Yeah, Mali, the rest of the body does, but Mali, they have gills, but they can still live without water. There was myths about snakeheads coming out of water and eating children. That's a lie, Mali. That was because of the people making a movie called Snakehead Terror, and in the movie the snakehead comes out of water and eats children. That's a lie, Mali. The snakehead doesn't come out of water to hunt. They come out of water to find another source of water which they can stay in. Snakeheads, they are invasive, and many places the most invasive snakehead is the Channa micropeltis, which is mostly known as red snakehead. And there are lots of types of snakeheads. We'll get to that later. And some of you might know some snakeheads in Sri Lanka too. And the biggest snakehead in Sri Lanka and the third largest snakehead in the world is called Channa Ara. Some of you might know them as Gangara, and these fish are getting rarer and rarer every year because of poaching for their cults, and people hunt snakeheads in Sri Lanka for fun, like for sports fishing. This is one of the threats that they have. So, Mali, that's the basic introduction to snakeheads. We can move on to the second one.
Okay, so the next part I'll be discussing its behavior. Now, snakeheads have a really interesting behavior. You see, snakeheads are really social fish. So, like when two of them pair up, they will pair up for life and they'll mate for life. So, snakeheads are predatory fish, just like Linuka said, and they will eat almost every single thing that they can get in their mouth. They will eat fish.
Mali, unlike other fish, like Rithira, I'm like sorry for disturbing, but is it okay if I tell them a fact?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, like as you can see in the picture, this is called a golden cobra snakehead, and they grow up to 2 feet. This is a medium-sized fish. There are 3 snakeheads: medium, small and large, like giant. And if they pair up, it's like they, unlike humans, they don't divorce. So Kemali, if one of the snakeheads die, the other is going to die too because of stress. They pair for life, Mali. That's a special characteristic of a snakehead.
Yeah, so I'll continue now. Then snakehead feeding, they're highly predatory, so they'll eat fish, obviously, and they'll also eat birds. And in countries where there are a lot of crocodiles, like even in Sri Lanka, they'll eat baby crocodiles, and in places where there are like alligators, they'll eat alligators as well. Snakeheads are jumpers, so they will obviously jump out and they can catch birds that are flying low, like near the water. And of course they do hunt like together when if they are paired up, so then they will circle the prey and hunt. Now snakeheads have a really good aim as well. You see snakeheads, they will, like, if you put one into a bottle with a really small like hole, they will aim that and most probably jump off it like first try. They are really good at aiming. Then the second part we'll talk about breeding. Now snakeheads are a type of mouth breeder. That means they will keep their eggs and young in their mouth. So after they mate, the male will keep his eggs in the mouth for protection, and then they will swim around carrying them. And in the mouth, the snakehead male, the father, will be constantly moving around the eggs. So that moving around will prevent fungus from growing. So then the snakehead eggs will be, most of them will survive. And once the babies are born, the babies are called fry, like any fish baby is called a fry. Then once the fry...
This method is mostly known as mouth brooding, and it's practiced by lots of predatory fish such as
mostly like
arowanas.
cichlids. Most cichlids are like mouth brooders.
Yeah.
So then after that, like the snakehead parents, one of the parents is gonna circle around, because you see there are like the red snakehead, like the giant snakehead, the red snakehead, their babies are red. That's why they're called the red snakehead. So like colorful fish like that can be spotted by predators easy. So, and they're really small, they're defenseless. So anyone can, just any predator or even a human can just scoop up the babies without any worry. So that's why one parent circles around the babies just to keep an eye on predators, while the mother circles around most of the time, while the male will be right by the baby. So let's say there's any predator, then the male will just like take all the babies like into his mouth and just scoop them all up to his mouth. That's what they're saying here. So here there's a video. We went to a hotel called Wijayabandara. There we saw these are mural snakeheads, Channa striata. You all might have heard it as Lula. You know, like in Sinhala they call it Lula. Have you all heard of it? Okay, so you all must have heard. So these are two mural snakeheads. Let me show you. Here, this is the female.
And one parent is guarding the babies while another circles under him.
No, that's from the giant snakehead video. That's from the giant snakehead video.
No, like in this,
That's. So then here, this is the female. She's like.
How big was the snakehead?
And the snakeheads, they were about 1.5 feet. Both of them.
Oh, okay. You're asking in the chat box. You put messages saying how big do snakeheads go? Okay, Malia. You were going to say it later, but if you want, we can say some snakeheads can be up to 20 centimeters, and some snakeheads can be up to 2.5 meters long. Normally, they don't swallow the eggs because they have this special this sac on their throat. They keep the eggs in.
Okay, so in the video, you all can see the female. She's really aggressive. Like when we were looking at her, even from far distance, she's acting really aggressive because she's really worried. And then here, these are all the babies. See, these are all the red babies. and then right there, there's the male. The babies are all just swimming around, but if any sort of threat comes to them, obviously the male will put them in his mouth. Okay, so here these are Sri Lankan giant snakeheads. What Linuka said, Channa Ara, it's called Gang Ara in Sinhala. It's the largest type of snakehead in Sri Lanka.
These are the biggest snakeheads in Sri Lanka and the largest snakehead in Southeast Asia.
Yeah, so these are the babies. You can see they're bright red. Now these are a little older. That's why they become orange. They'll slowly move to brown, and then they'll get the distinctive color of the Sri Lankan giant snakehead, the Chanara. So here they've just come up to just take a rest. Now they are air breathers, so that's why they've all come up to these. Now in this you can't really see, but when you look closely, the parents are right under the leaves. The parents will care for their young, and the parents will be right next to the babies. If you see some babies, obviously the parents will be there. So like they'll be there until the babies are like, like they can fend for themselves and they're like fully grown and they can like take down prey and stuff. So next we have feeding behavior. Now I already discussed it in this place. Yeah, so this part is just a video showing how the snakehead aims for the prey and takes it down. Here this person, a YouTuber, he has taken like a piece of meat and is showing it. This is a Sri Lankan giant snake. Now this is the Gangara Chanara. So that was that video. It just showed like basically how they just aim. So now we'll move on to the next category, which Linuka will be telling about, which is types. Okay, you can start.
Okay, mainly there are two types of snakeheads. I told you Channa and Parachanna. Parachanna are African snakeheads. Unfortunately, I don't know that much about African snakeheads, but they don't look that much like Asian snakeheads. But they are quite attractive. And Channa are Asian snakeheads. In this picture, the bigger one is the Channa Ara, the ones in Sri Lanka, and the other one is a Channa Bleheri. There are lots of types of snakeheads. The most popular are Channa Andravo, the true blue snakehead, the Channa Orientalis, the smooth-breasted snakehead. They are in Sri Lanka. They are illegally traded for pet keeping. That's why they are really rare these days. Some people just send them to other countries instead of breeding them in Sri Lanka and sending captive ones. And no, Mali, they don't live in sea. They're freshwater fish. They can't even live in brackish water, Mali.
Yeah, snakeheads are like no, like snakeheads are like they can't even handle a little bit of salt.
Yeah, so there are lots of other snakeheads. The rarest snakehead is the China gacha, and they really a few months ago they discovered a new type of fish called the golem snakehead. It's a prehistoric living fossil. It's just like the lungfish, and some of you might know your friend Rithira has a lungfish. Like it's just like that, and it's been living in the planet Earth for at more than 100 and how much, Rithira?
I think like 100 million years ago. It was there.
116 million years ago. It's been living that long, but people thought it was a snakehead, but it's not a snakehead. Yeah. It looks like a snakehead, but kind of look like an eel and a snakehead crossbred together. It looks really weird. Check it out in the internet.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we couldn't get any pictures.
Yeah, so
Okay,
like
I'll
here's the thing.
move on then.
Here's the thing, like now each fish, let's say you discover new snakehead, you can like put it to a category, or let's say you just find a fish, you can put it to a category like channa or parachanna or like anything like that, like propoteras, polypterus, like that. But then here the golem snakehead, it looked like a snakehead, but it didn't fit any of the categories, so they had to make a new category called enigma channa. That enigma channa is like they put the channa part from the snakehead, but it's not even related to a snakehead. Okay, you can continue.
Okay.
Okay, the Sri Lankan snakehead part you can do.
Yeah. So these are there are lots of snakeheads in Sri Lanka too. There used to be only 4, but there are now 5 snakeheads. So in the picture you can see some channa ara. Oh, okay. Who's
Yeah. What's your question?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have any questions, you can put in the chat box.
Any question?
Let's see.
I guess not.
Here, there's one. Oh, yeah, he has put, how big was the biggest snakehead recorded?
2.3 meters.
Okay, you can continue.
Okay. The biggest snakehead was 2.3 meters, and it was Channa Ara. The Sri Lanka had the biggest snakehead, and China had one too, but it's not recorded. There are some pictures, but it's like not in the Guinness World.
Yeah, you see, like Channa
No,
micropellis. What?
Arowanas are not Arowanas are not the type of snakehead. Arowanas are like called nutfish. There used to be arowanas in Sri Lanka too, but it's called batik arowana. You know the batik cloth? Does anyone of you know what batik is? So the batik arowana had like a batik type of pattern, and snakeheads can survive out of water. The largest one can survive out of water for like months actually, but they have to be prepared for it. Like they do it in the summer, and unlike clownfish who can survive up to 5 days, they can only survive up if they're suddenly removed out of water. They can survive up to about 2 or 3 weeks in moist conditions. But that's it. However, they are really good out of water than other fish. And let's like move on to the topic. So Channa Ara, that's biggest snake in Sri Lanka and in Southeast Asia. So yeah, they grow up to about 2.3 meters, the largest, mostly 1.5 meters. But rarely one was recorded 2.3 meters. So yeah, these are getting rarer and rarer by the day. One of my friends have one of these, but unfortunately, if you find one, like in some fish market or something, Mali, you have to report that place because these animals are illegal to capture and eat. If you see anything like that, you have to report that immediately, Mali. It would be against the law. So this is the Channa Ara, the Sri Lankan giant snakehead, and in Sinhala it's called Gang Ara. Currently, it's threatened, and it's an endemic species to Sri Lanka. No, they are not illegal. They're not that illegal. Other snakeheads are not illegal, but this snakehead and the smooth-breasted snakehead is illegal in Sri Lanka to catch and eat. And Channa Gaucha is illegal too in Sri Lanka. And these are a pair of Sri Lankan giant snakeheads regarding their babies.
We went to the once again same hotel Villuyana. What they have is now these Channa Ara, they are like endangered, so they're like threatened. So because of that, they have them conserved in a man-made lake, and they are really thriving because once again this pair is also with a lot of babies, so that means they are thriving a lot in that condition. Now we'll see the video. There you can see all the babies took a breath and went. Now you can see one of the parents, they are swimming underneath. That's also they are just circling because there could be some predators coming from underneath. Okay, Linuka, you can move on to the next one.
Okay, the next.
Oh,
fish
and
is,
someone's raising their hand again. Do you have any questions?
They travel small water streams that are muddy creeks. That's a good question, and they can. Snakeheads can go on muddy streams. Lots of fish that are in Sri Lanka can do that because Sri Lanka used to be a really harsh country. So yeah, the fish in Sri Lanka have really some weird survival tactics. The archerfish, the snakehead, the tithing perch. Lots of fish in Sri Lanka have really interesting characteristics. So this is the Gaucha snakehead, and unfortunately, we couldn't find we tried to find a Channa Gaucha picture. They are really rare. It's hard to find a picture. This is the closest we could get. This is like a type of Channa Andravo called the blue Andravo. There are two types of Channa Andravo. No, three types. The red Andravo, we showed the picture earlier, the blue Andravo, and the true blue snakehead. So this is what the Channa Gaucha looks like in the pectoral fins and the fin, the dorsal fin are a little bit red, and they are bigger than Channa and Bravo. However, these are really rare fish, and these are illegal to poach. No, snakeheads can't eat people. If they are really hungry, they might try to attack. They might. The only time a person was attacked because the snakehead was speared in the head by a person who was trying to eat the snakehead while it was guarding its young. The snakehead got speared in the skull, but the spear didn't penetrate the skull. The person was trying to swim away from the snakehead, but because the snakehead, the spear was still sticking out of the snakehead and it was still alive, it went straight through the person and it killed the person. Humans are too big, but snakeheads are known to tackle really big animals.
Yeah, so the thing is, humans are not their natural prey. Yeah. Like snakeheads, like I told you, the prey, the stuff they eat, humans are not on that list. So because of that, snakeheads won't bother them. Unless humans try and attack the snakehead and try and butcher the snakehead, then only snakeheads will show their aggression. You can continue.
Wait, someone's asking how big snakeheads grow. Dwarf snakeheads can grow up to 20 centimeters to 30 centimeters. Medium-sized snakeheads can grow up to golden cobras and red party snakeheads can grow up to 30 centimeters to 60 centimeters. Giant snakeheads like Channa micropelters and Channa ara, and they can grow up to 1 meter or more.
And here
they can
there's
survive land because they have an organ called something. It starts with M, and that a related organ like that is present on gouramis. Gouramis can stay out of water for some time. It's like that on snakeheads, and snakeheads can Yeah, they have
So,
an
yeah.
organ in their head which absorbs air from the background. This
And,
is called
yeah.
the Channa orientalis.
And here
Or,
they've asked
Polaka
another
Channa.
question. Yeah, they do consume their prey underwater. They can do that. They are holding their breath. Yeah, they can. Yeah, here you asked, someone has asked, how can they survive underwater? Now, they can't survive underwater. Like I showed you in that video, they, like those baby snakeheads came up to take air. They take air from the atmosphere, so they can't survive out of water. Now, this doesn't really sound right, but when you say a fish is drowning, it doesn't really sound right. But actually, with snakeheads, well, with lungfish, snakeheads, bichas, any fish that will take air from the atmosphere, they have gills. Yeah, even gouramis, betas, like fighters, they will take like air from the atmosphere, and they do have gills. Like lungfish don't, but they do have gills. But most of them do have gills, but they can use it, but they don't really use it like normally, and because of that they will drown, so they have to come up for air. And what they'll do is, like, let's say a snakehead jumps out, and now let's say a snakehead jumps out, and then like they can live out of water, but then because if the area is not dry, they will get dried out, but their heart will still be beating because they can breathe atmospheric air. Then what people do is,
Find a snakehead out of water, you have to put formalin in their
no,
gill.
not formalin, saline. Yeah.
Yeah, formalin works too, right? Like
I'm
a
not
tiny
sure
bit of
about that.
formalin is called, I think it's.
Oh, and here, do they eat krills? No, they don't eat krills.
Yeah.
No, they don't eat krill. Krill is a type of shrimp in salt water, so they don't eat that. But they,
salt water,
yeah,
they don't
they will eat
krill,
freshwater
but
shrimp.
In captivity, they
Yeah.
can eat krill.
In captivity, they can eat krills, but here they are in they are, these fellows are in freshwater, and krill are in salt water. But they will eat like giant freshwater prawns or any sort of freshwater prawn and stuff like that. And yeah, they do travel on land. Yeah, like
they
if
do
one,
travel on land.
if one pocket, if
Some
one,
of
like,
with their fins, can you see the snake-like shape? And
yeah,
because of that, they propel them towards the like they jump onto. Oh, they do eat animals. They are carnivores, so yeah. With their fins, like they crawl like snakes.
how long can they live without food? Yeah, they can.
Nice
What?
That's a nice question.
Yeah,
they can give up to like.
It depends
1
on the
month
species. Yeah, the smaller species can live about 2 weeks with like without food, but like Linuka said, larger species can live about 1 month.
Yeah, people eat Channa. Yeah, they do eat the lula. Yeah. Can they survive in a flood rural area? Yeah, they can. People, have you like sometimes you might have seen some fish in like muddy ponds, and when it floods, you might have seen that.
Yeah, they are like there. Even on roads, if it floods, you can see. Yes, they don't deserve to be hunted. Yeah, they don't deserve to be hunted. You see, yeah, they are really magnificent fish.
And like snakeheads are really rare. The Channa gaucha used to be the most seen snakehead in Sri Lanka. Now it's like so. This is Channa oriental. How many days Channa live out of water? 2 weeks for small snakeheads. For large snakeheads, up to 1 month. So Channa orientalis, the smooth-breasted snakehead, and these are one of the only snakeheads that make nest. Yes, if this continues, they will go extinct, and these days people are bringing people buy lots of monster fish. Why did the snakehead die?
Why, like, how did it die? Did it jump out, or like, did it just die?
The list of diseases, snakeheads don't get diseases that much.
Yeah, but if they get
They do
diseases,
get,
it's
like,
mainly
fin rot and,
yeah, it can fin rot
other
mainly.
diseases like that.
Yeah, and other than those diseases are like for poor water quality. They rarely get those. They are really hardy and all. But if they ever get a disease other than like it can fin rot, it would be something like some sort of parasite getting into them, or let's say they get an injury and the injury is exposed. And yeah, humans do eat them.
Yeah, humans eat them.
And
Yeah,
yes, yes, we must protect snakeheads. Yes.
Rithira and me are planning to create a program where we breed fish in Sri Lanka and release them back to the wild.
From where does they originate from? Yeah, they are found in many areas. Like once again, like Asian ones are channa and African ones are parachanna, just like Linuka said. So yeah, we can find them
Thank you
anywhere.
all for like being so interested in.
Yeah,
like,
thank you
snakeheads.
everybody.
Like,
Yeah.
people don't like fish like snakeheads. They consider them as slimy, ugly animals, even though like they have nice colors.
And
in
yes,
Sri Lanka,
China
people,
eats them. China eats them.
Yeah,
Yes.
Chinese people like eating everything. So yeah, that's not a surprise. Yeah, China is a more China's. Yeah, China more.
Yeah, obviously. Okay, you can continue.
Like, the Ceylon snakehead, China orientalis, the smooth-breasted snakehead. Yeah, fishing cats mostly prey on snakeheads. Mostly fishing cats prey on snakeheads. And the walking catfish, that's what fishing cats eat. So yeah, I think the Ceylon snakehead is the only type of snakehead that builds a nest. And these are really rare fish, and yeah, we can move on to that one. It's called Channa striata.
No, Oh yeah, Channa striata is there.
They do eat rabbits, but they don't eat baby deer. Channa striata, this is the lula. They are really aggressive snakeheads, and I wouldn't recommend keeping these snakeheads. You might even find a river also. Some people just catch them, but keeping this type of snakehead, Channa striata, is really hard because they jump out of there and they might bite your hand, and it's if you can take the risk, that's okay, because these fish are really aggressive. But once you understand them, they are actually really interesting fish to keep. So the mule snakehead grows up to 2 feet, and you can see
sometimes 100 centimeters. Sometimes they get 100 centimeters.
Sometimes one mule snakehead grew up to 1 meter, and the snake. Oh, and another fact, snakehead. You know how gorillas and chimpanzees have alphas. You know, the alpha dominant male, the dominant female, like that. Like clownfish have dominant males, dominant females, like that. You guys know. So yeah, if you know, that's good. They have those dominant. The snakeheads have those dominant. Some snakeheads, no, they don't have long tongue. They have a short tongue. And some people think that snakeheads don't have tongues, but they do have tongues. And it's not. I'm not sure what they use it for. So yeah, Channa striata. In Sinhala, it's known as the lula, neural snakehead. So yeah.
Oh yeah, males. Yeah, males have fights. Yeah.
And it's really hard to watch because they rip each other apart. But the thing is, in the animal world, the weakest come last and the best come first. That's the thing.
Can snakehead kill adult crocodiles? Very rarely.
No.
They'll eat babies, but
rarely.
very rarely. Let's say small snakeheads have no chance, but let's say two Channa micropellets or Channa or Channa ara, big snakeheads like that, when they hunt in pairs, or let's say they're hunting in a group, rarely they might be able to take down, but it's only a 1% chance. They can't really take down adult crocodiles.
Yeah. The interesting thing about snakeheads is like, unlike other animals, they have a mating season, they mate, they leave the others alone. But snakeheads are like eagles and crows. Crows and eagles are like, they pair for life. And if one snakehead dies, the other snakehead dies too. And if they survive, they won't mate again. They would just become solitary animals and not mate again forever because they are partner died. So that's a really interesting thing about snakeheads. Unlike humans, they don't divorce. It is a very bloody fight.
So shall I move on to
Yeah.
Channa Puntata?
So Channa Puntata, these are like the most common snakeheads in this fish trade. You can like buy these snakeheads even in Sri Lanka for like 450 a pair. And like these are like really interesting snakeheads. You can read them really easily, and they grow up to 20 centimeters or 30 centimeters. They eat small fish such and mosquito larvae and Sinhala name for Channa Sriata Lula. Crabs can't eat snakeheads. Snakehead eat crabs. So yeah, Channa Puntata. These are really interesting snakeheads. That's it for Sri Lankan types of snakeheads. But we never know, there might be new species in there. So yeah, let's move on to like snakehead in other countries, the popular types.
So shall I like say?
Yeah.
Like I'll say, right?
Yeah, Mali, snakeheads are like a really important fish to us since like people are like people buy snake in Sri Lanka. Mostly people just buy a fish, not knowing how big they grow. Best example, the alligator grass. People buy them and just release them back to the wild. That fish, people buy them, release them back to the wild because they can't keep them. And this happens, and they don't. Yeah, the best example is tank cleaners, like the scavenger fish, like Osaka mouth catfish. So like these snakeheads are only hope of like protecting the fish in Sri Lanka, because like if the other fish like take over the waters, like if people keep killing snakes this much of a high rate, snakeheads can't survive. Alligator gar, they do attack dogs. Alligator gar is like basically an alligator that's a fish. Like it's a really, really interesting fish to keep, but I don't recommend keeping them. They grow too big and like they just eat you. Yeah, and let's move on to emperor snakehead.
So I'll like say, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, these are the snakeheads in other countries. Now, you may have heard of some of these because like if you're into monster fish, these are really popular fish. These snakeheads like
Rithira has like a
I have an emperor snakehead. It's an alpha. It's an alpha male, so I can actually show that at the end of the lecture. Then basically
snakehead in Sinhala. Mostly Madakana. The name is ridiculous because like Madakana, like it sounds like you eat mud, but no, the snakeheads don't eat mud, and snakeheads they call it Madakana because it's in like mud, it's in mud, and like people think that snakeheads do any good to Sri Lanka. Yes, Mali, they've been doing good since the day, like since they were there. Like there are fish like in the river, and if they go to like, there are invasive fish, and like invasive fish can get good if they grow too much. Like the fish in Sri Lanka that are needed by Sri Lanka, like such as the best example, the black ruby barbs, what else, Chanara, snakehead, like other main
Channagacha.
Yeah, Channagacha. They are the main predatory fish in Sri Lanka. So they eat the other fish that are not meant to be in Sri Lankan waters. Like I don't like the method of people dumping fish that are captive into waters, and it just gets everything killed. And like if like some people had been dumping piranhas into Polonnaruwa waters, and like I had piranhas, and if you're getting something like a piranha, you have to be prepared for it. Like you shouldn't dump it in water.
Not just piranha, any sort of pet. If you get any sort of pet.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
they are rare but popular. Yeah.
So emperor snakehead is one of the biggest snakeheads there is. Like they look a lot like Channa Maru Ladios. Emperor snakehead, also known as Kalimantan snakehead. Okay. We can like move on to Channa Andrao.
Yeah, like Channa Andrao. Now this is the Andrao snakehead. So like this, there are three variants. Like just like Linuka said, there are three variants of Channa Andrao. There's the red Andrao, and then this is the blue Andrao, and then there's the true blue snakehead. The true blue snakehead is like pure blue. So now, now this red Andrao is commonly mixed up with the Bleheri snakehead. Bleheri snakehead is the rainbow snakehead. So let me show you. There was one. Yeah. What?
This is a Bleheri.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. I'm like showing like the Bleheri. These are the Bleheris. Yeah.
No, my alligator guards can't eat snakeheads, even though alligator guard can grow huge. Alligator guards' mouth is too small to attack a snakehead, while the snakeheads like can eat the alligator guard really quickly because of their huge mouths, and alligator guards are like
and Linuka,
tiny mouths.
They are like telling to like answer all the questions after the lecture finishes.
Okay, Malia, after the lecture
sorry,
finishes,
Malis, but sorry everybody, but when the lecture finishes, we'll answer all your questions one by one. Okay, so this now here there's red Andrao, blue Andrao, and true blue Andrao. This is a normal blue Andrao, and this I just put this. This is a Bleheri. This is a rainbow snakehead. So rainbow snakehead is Bleheri, Channa Bleheri. So then this is commonly mixed up with the red Andrao. But the way to differentiate is the Bleheri. Now this one doesn't, but like in a picture like this, see the Bleheri has blue here. Bleheri has this iridescent blue like thing, and then here look at the fins. It's pure blue. And then if you look, so then that's how it. I don't have a picture of the Andrao, but then see it's like bluish, the fins.
So you do have a picture of Andrao, like in the top.
Oh yeah. I have here. This is the Andrao. See it has it has a blue fin here, but then the other black spot, black stripe like thing, and then basically these two are completely different. They get mixed up a lot. And here's the thing, like in the aquarium trade and all, I personally also bought a red Andrao snakehead and thought it was a Bleheri for like over an year, because it's really easy to get confused. Oh, and there's another, this one here, that's also Bleheri. Then so then Channa Andrao, they are found in India, and one of the main threats they face is like a really bad one. So like they are in China as well. So India and China and countries like that. In China, they use these fish as bait. Now Channa Andrao, it's not like common or anything. It's really rare and it's getting threatened. But in China, they use these as bait. So like they take these and hook them up, and they use them to catch stingrays. Then they'll eat the stingray as well. But then they use these Andrao snakeheads because they're small sizes there, so it's perfect size for a stingray to eat. So it's another really bad thing.
Chinese person, if they just catch a Channa Andrao and sell it, because of how colorful they are, they wouldn't need, if they sell it for the pet trade, they wouldn't need to be hunting fish again. But apparently they are like too dumb, I guess, to like understand that they can just sell the fish and make money. They just kill the fish, and like this, instead of like selling the fish, they just kill them. So yeah.
So
snakeheads, no, they can't move from country to country, but they have been moving because of humans. And in America, they bought the bullseye snakeheads, and America considers
and northern snakeheads
an evil animal and kills them. And even so clearly, Americans are the ones who like bought the snakeheads there in the first.
Yeah, bullseye
That's a
snakeheads
really
and
dumb
northern.
idea.
Bullseye snakeheads and northern snakeheads.
Yeah.
Bullseye snakehead, I don't have picture, but it looks just like, it looks quite like this, quite like the emperor, because they are all in this the giant snakehead family, the Marules, that family, but they just have like these bullseye like spots. And northern snakehead, I have picture, I'll show it at last. It's of a person killing one, like somehow northern snakeheads. If you even yeah, and if you, here's the thing, if you type northern snakehead, like if you type snakehead on the internet, mainly it's like best dishes to cook snakeheads and all. That's the worst thing. It's that popular as food. That's the really bad thing. Okay, now Linuka will tell this part.
Yeah, the Channa Baka, personally one of my favorite snakeheads. And like, I can't show my snakehead because I don't have my phone now and my mother's not at home. But Rithira can like show his snakeheads, right?
Yeah, I can show.
Yeah, Channa Balka, one of the most colorful snakeheads there is, and like.
And someone is raising.
It raised a hand, right?
Any question? If you want questions, you can answer them at the end. But if you put a question, we'll just answer now. If you put a question, did you put anything? Wait. Linuka, has he like put something?
Yeah, he like raised his hand.
Yeah, if you have any questions, answer all at last. So then we can just answer the questions. Okay, so continue about the Channa Balka.
Channa Balka, they are like they have really big fins, as you can see. In nature, like okay, that's okay. So like Channa Balka, they are like really interesting fish. They like if you release a Channa Balka in a fish aquarium into the river, they can't survive. Like because they do eat frogs, and they do eat land mammals that come into the water.
Or near the water, they can jump.
Yeah, and the Channa Balka, like the Channa Balka don't have that much of a surviving chance in the wild because humans made them, like they gave them really color intoxicants and made them really colorful. And if they release them to water, they'd be just like walking flashlights, like telling every snake that mostly camouflage. But the snakehead can't be camouflaged in dark waters. It just be a flashlight, like so. Yeah. The snakehead is like they can't release them back to the wild. That's a special characteristic of the snakehead. You can like move.
Yeah. One more thing. There's just a video of the Channa Balka. Yeah, it's also known as the king of snakeheads because of the color.
People should stop killing because snakeheads are really important to the wild.
Yeah, it's really good that all of y'all, are very interested, and it's really good that all of y'all understand like about snakeheads, and I'm really happy. Like, thank you for being like very interested. Wait, we'll see this. So that was just a video on the Channa Balka. Now This one. Now this is Channa ornati pinis, the ornate snakehead. This one, it's also it's also known as the Burmese spotted snakehead. It's also found in India. So what's special about this snakehead is, you see, it has all these colors. Now, once again, this snakehead is also commonly mixed in with the vulture snakehead. Now, yeah, we have one here. This is a vulture snakehead, but I have one like in the aquarium, like in one of my fish tanks as well, so I can show you all.
I can like put some videos and stuff of my snakehead.
Yeah,
I'm like
to the
getting
group.
about like 100. Me and my brother are like getting about 100 snakeheads today, so we can like show the video.
Yeah. So then this snakehead, they are commonly mixed with the vulture snakehead because of their color and all, but they are once again a completely different species. So these are all dwarf snakeheads. Now the way to identify, now here, like size is the main thing, right? Like dwarf snakeheads are small, then medium snakeheads like these guys are like generally big, and then the large snakeheads are like this. Though that's the size, but then there are other ways. Like you see dwarf snakeheads, they have these really generally long fins like this. And if you notice, their two pectoral fins really bulk up, like they really go up and they're really straightforward.
It works like a cobra. Like
yeah.
You know how cobras, to scare off enemies, they show off their hood. It's like that. They extend the fins and scare off enemies.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. Now all dwarf snakeheads have that. Medium snakeheads don't really have that, but there's one type of medium snakehead here. This one is called a golden cobra snakehead. You can see why it's called golden cobra. Well, golden is because it's gold, and here you can see it's like those fins, when they raise them up, it's just, that's why it's called that. But this is a medium size. Dwarf snakeheads mainly have that, and then their fins are like this, and basically they have a lot of flashy colors, like this sort of spots and colors like that. They are all basically kind of related to each other, but like, so that's why they all have that. Then medium snakeheads, they mostly look like this. They kind of have that like giant snakehead sort of look to them.
Yeah.
But here both dwarf snakeheads and medium.
If like golden cobra is released to the wild, they can't fend for themselves. You know, Lula is just a type of golden cobra snakehead that, like, Lula is like the type that can survive in the wild. It's like they are really closely related.
Yeah, so you see, like if you look at mural snakehead here, you see this photo doesn't really show a lot, but generally they have the same sort of pattern. But golden cobra snakehead, when you look at the golden cobra, see, he has the same pattern, but it's gold. So then once again, just like Linuka said for the Channa barca, a golden cobra snakehead will also like, you know, like be like flashy. So then this one, so then basically this is that sort of snakehead. Then after that, you see, now look, these snakeheads, they have these fins like that. And then medium sized snakeheads, they have these really long fins and generally like that. Then when you look at giant snakeheads, you can see their fins, even if it's a male or female, their fins are like really short, generally short. Now this is a male because the fins are really long. Yeah, alpha male. Yeah, it's an alpha male, so the fins are big. But then other than that, what?
Snakehead has like Popeye, right? Does it have Popeye? That snakehead has Popeye, right?
Yeah, that, yeah, Popeye. This, you see the eye, it's the photo, it's there's a disease called Popeye where the eye comes out. It's a bacterial infection. It's really rare for a snakehead, so this snakehead must be in some like bad water. Then like this snakehead, yeah, so that's what the giant, like the other like giant species look like. So then this is basically the whole profile. Now Linuka, you can like talk about golden cobra. Okay. Oh, and one more thing, there are over 51 snakehead species discovered in the world. All snakeheads.
Years it was 36.
Yeah, now it's 51.
People are discovering at least like 2 or 3 snakeheads a year.
I know. That's how, like, now 36 few years ago, now it's 51. So like the snakeheads, they are discovering a lot. The most recent ones, like say 51.
The golden cobras can go up to like 2 feet, and they are extremely predatory animals even in like captivity. And this must be obvious. Chinese people eat them.
And
They
Indian.
consider
And in
fine,
India.
like eating live puffer fish.
And in India as well.
Yeah, Indian fish.
You know, now I have a YouTube channel. So one comment, like I showed a video of a golden cobra snakehead, and one comment was saying that for some amount of money, there's 1 kilo of golden cobra snakehead meat for sale. Some Indian comment.
Yeah.
So you see, that
People
means
can't understand like all these fishermen that if they sell instead of like killing the fish and selling the meat, if they sell the whole fish and just make some money out of it, they won't have to sell.
I know,
They
yeah.
won't have to go catching fish again because like these fish are worth like this money in the pet trade.
Yeah, if you look at other, now same thing in Sri Lanka, like Sri Lankan giant snakeheads, they like, people don't have them in other countries because they're that rare, and like they are too endangered to even sell now. But let's say like Channa Gacha and all, you can, like, from Sri Lankan rupees, at least one will be about like 5,000 to 10,000 rupees, just one.
Yeah, Molly. Like in Sri Lanka, like if people like people in Sri Lanka really like eating lots of like some people like eating like Sri Lankan people like eating that land monitors, Halagoya. Sri Lankan people like eat
Bengal monitor.
people. Yeah, Bengal monitors. So instead of like eating them, and if they just sell it, like there are people that would be willing to like ship it for some for money, like Bengal monitor in like America. People like that monitor because it's really smart. The smartest monitor is at the world is the Bengal monitor, and it worth up to $1,000. That means like what, like how many lakhs?
Lakhs,
Like that's
like,
that's like a lot of money.
Yeah.
So like instead of eating these animals, if they just sell them and ship them to like other countries so they can just have a good home, they would like be really happy. And like animals like the house geckos for us, people in America and like Hungary and people like those instead of like like some like if Sri Lanka starts reptile keeping, that would be like a really great thing for like for everyone. So yeah, in the next we're going to like review
a video.
Of types of snakes.
Yeah, now Linuka sent me this video. It's a really good video. Basically, what they have in the video, they just show a bunch of types of snakeheads. There are some types that we haven't included. If we want to tell anything about the snakehead types, then we'll like just like pause the video and tell. This is the golden cobra snake. Now you can see how this is a pair of snakeheads. So this is most probably a pair of snakeheads, male and female. So
And if that comes, they would do anything to save each other for life.
yeah. Yeah, this Burmese spotted snakehead, it's this ornate snakehead, same type. With the video. This is the bullseye snakehead.
Yeah,
Bullseye. What?
It looks a lot like a bullseye snake. It's a bullseye snakehead and it looks a lot like
they are all they are all like in the Marulias family. That's why.
Yeah.
And these the Channa Ara Sri Lankan giant snakehead, they are also known as Sri Lankan Kalimantans. Kalimantan is the emperor snakehead because they are like mostly in the same family. This is that northern snakehead. This is the northern snakehead. Yeah, these are one of the invasive types in America. A lot of people kill these.
So is Garik Abheshekara in this meeting? Rithira, should we lecture?
Okay, wait. Can you all wait a bit? Okay, sorry about that.
Like this is the northern snake.
Yeah.
We make it quick, Mali, because like we have to end it in like 20 minutes.
What? Yeah, we'll make things quick. After this, anyway, it's like over. So then we can answer the questions of yours, and then we can end. Yeah. So this snakehead, these ones, they are like killed a lot because they are invasive and people just kill them. There's a really bad rule in America.
Them to America to like have a pet. Then because of them getting released, people blame them as being evil animals, and to kill them, they put them while they're alive into freezers, so they just suffer and die.
I know. Here's the thing.
They do it with iguana lizards and lots
green
of other
iguanas.
animals.
Yeah, here's the thing. There's this really dumb rule in America. It's really bad. Here's what they say. If you catch a snakehead, you have to kill it. That's what they say. That's the thing.
Yeah, dude.
And people just randomly kill iguanas as well there. This here, there's a video of the Domingoarachchi. So yeah, this is what I'm telling. People have illegally taken these snakeheads from Sri Lanka to other countries. Now see, we went to the internet and searched for Domingoarachchi. We couldn't find a single picture of them because they are that rare in Sri Lanka and it's really hard to even see one. But then when you look here, they've taken them illegally from Sri Lanka. So then they are locked in the aquarium hobby. It's good in a way because like here they're breeding and all, so that's good in a way. But like somehow Sri Lanka doesn't really know that they are a lot in the aquarium hobby. But here this Domingoarachchi is actually not the Domingoarachchi in Sri Lanka, but those Sri Lankan ones also there. But this like Sri Lankan one, it's a type of Domingoarachchi. So this is also an endangered one, threatened one. But the Sri Lankan ones, I don't think they're even there in the pet trade that much. But somehow like endangered animals are there a lot. Like same thing with Sri Lankan lizards, like horned lizards and stuff. You can find them in the pet trade in other countries. Yeah, this is the Channa and Rava. Yeah, the red and Rava is called red fin snakehead. Blue and Rava is called blue fin snakehead, but they're both the same.
I have that this type of snakehead. Channa and Rava.
Yeah, Linuka, you like send pictures, right, to the group, like videos and stuff?
Yeah, I can like send some.
Yeah. And someone's raising their hand. What's the question? Is there any question?
No, he said like it happened by mistake.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the emperor snakehead. You can see in emperor snakeheads there are two main variants. There's the one with the red. That means I think I might have put that picture. No, it's the same type, but there's the red color one with the red here and the yellow color one which we were seeing in the video. Yeah, this is actually wrong. Here it should be Channa striata. And yeah, striped snakehead is the same as mural snakehead. That means Lula. Now this is that Channa puntata madakanaya, what they call in Sinhala. Okay, so that's the full video. Now, Linuka, you can talk about the threats.
Okay, threats. So mainly the main threat is, as you can see, this dude. The people are the main threat.
Yeah, just
So,
excuse
yeah,
me, just like, I mean, you can see from this person's face that he is so evil.
Yeah, dude, like he's probably going to throw the snakehead away or just eat it. Some people just hunt it for sport.
And you can see right here, there's a cooler, so that means he's gonna put it on ice.
Yeah, well, in America, it's illegal to if you catch a snakehead, like it's illegal to like who's saying that he'll kill. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. So that this guy, they hunt snakeheads so just for fun, like for their amusement, and just put them on freezers. And iguanas and lots of other fish like.
Yeah. Now, excuse me. Now here you can see this is a Channa argus. Now look at it. It's such a beautiful creature, but it's killed. See, just think about the pain when there's blood here and blood coming out of the mouth. I mean, if you look at it in this video, Channa Argus, that means northern snakehead. If you look at it in here, look at it, it's like really graceful looking. It's gracefully just swimming around in the tank and all. But then here it's killed, and yeah, so basically it's what they're doing is really bad. Oh, and just wait for a second. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Now Linuka will continue his part.
Yeah, so like mostly it's humans, and mostly being killed by humans because of them being invasive, and there is no effect on them for being extinct because of pet trade. And people who keep them, mainly who know about this fish, me and Rithira, we keep them in large tanks. In that way, they don't have to worry about any fish eating them, and we keep them because they don't swim that much. Like in the videos, they're swimming because all the time in camera, when they're doing videos for like a documentary, they feed the fish so the fish gets excited, or else the snakehead it doesn't usually swim that much. Yeah, like the snakehead body is like made like a missile thing. It's like aerodynamic to be fast when landing into prey. Snakeheads aren't fast, so yeah, mainly we keep snakeheads as a monster fish because they don't swim that much, and we keep them in large tanks. Some of you like might mistaken us for being like that, like, but it's not such thing, okay? And yeah, and the snakehead. Some people like eating snakehead eggs, like that, like sturgeon eggs. Some people like eating snakehead eggs, and they like put it into sandwiches. There's like no effect on snakehead like in like pet trade. The fish doesn't die. The fish gets to live longer, but because of the pet trade, unless some dumb guy just takes it. Yeah. So and in Sri Lanka, big threat for snakeheads are monitors. But that happening is normal. But pollution and habitat loss, that's not supposed to happen. Pollution and habitat loss is because of humans. If they're eaten by nature, like if they're eaten by something like a monitor, if they're a crocodile and other snakehead, that's normal. But pollution, overfishing, habitat loss, sportsman fishing, that's wrong. That's like not supposed to happen. So yeah, that's the thing.
So yeah, basically it's all up to us to save them. Yeah, that's what we should do now. We should
People
like
put trackers on snakeheads.
That's the thing. You see, there are a lot of bad people who are really destroying the snakehead fish. Snakes are magnificent fish, and we should enjoy them while they are alive. We shouldn't enjoy killing them. We should never kill them. We should enjoy them while they are alive and see their beauty and make sure that they are happy as well. So yeah, it's up to us to protect these species. So we have to take some act, stop pollution, and ban and make these things illegal, like like fishing and stuff illegal. So yeah,
you should do your part to do whatever you can to save these fish.
Yeah, so thank you everybody for joining, and